Hey everybody, Dr. K just hopping on here from Integrative Health Management. Just wanted to talk really briefly about NSAIDs. NSAIDs are non-steroidal anti-inflammatories versus taking a steroid. So they're two different things, two different mechanisms of action, but they kind of do the same thing. The goal is to decrease inflammation and to relieve your pain. But there is some pitfalls with both. Today I'm just going to talk about the non-steroidal anti-inflammatories, and those are things such as Advil, ibuprofen, which is really the same thing. Other ones in the family are Aleve, naproxen, Relafin. There's a whole lot of them that are in the category called non-steroidal anti-inflammatories. Non-steroidal anti-inflammatories decrease your pain, they decrease inflammation, that's their goal, and they reduce fever, versus things like Tylenol, which really only reduce your pain and fever, but they have a different mechanism of action. But there's a little bit of a pitfall with regards to things like ibuprofen and all those that I listed, Aleve. They actually ruin your gut lining. They ruin your stomach lining and predispose you to something called, and I'm sure you've heard the whole term of leaky gut syndrome. So they kind of eat away at your stomach lining, so to speak. They can predispose you to ulcers. They can predispose you to things like cardiovascular events if you're using these things long term, meaning a couple times a week, every day for months and months and months on end. If you take one every year, that's probably not a big deal, but if you're taking them pretty religiously because of neck pain or headaches or whatever kind of pain you have, you really need to be a little more aware that you are causing some damage to your stomach. And as I've been discussing in other videos, when your stomach lining gets damaged, you don't absorb nutrients as well. You kind of deteriorate some of your immune system because a lot of your immune system is located in your stomach. You predispose yourself to ulcers. There's just, and then it gets into your bloodstream and it does other things and predisposes you to more higher blood pressure and taxes on your heart. So, these things over time can cause some issues. And what if there's a different way? What if there's a different way and better ways we can reduce some of your pain? And then I also have to ask, why do you have pain to begin with? Because we can get down to the root of that and take a look at that. And what if we could just resolve the pain? If it's a chronic pain that you're having, what if we can just resolve that to begin with, and then you're taking a whole lot less or none of it, or using something a little gentler and easier on your stomach, or not taking anything at all, because there are other things such as OPC3, there's turmeric, there's a lot of other things you can do to reduce generalized body inflammation, so you don't have to take things like ibuprofen. If you absolutely need to take something for pain because of you have a sore throat or fever, aspirin is actually a little bit better on your stomach than taking ibuprofen for a long period of time. Tylenol is actually quite hard on the liver, so there's a lot of studies coming out on that right now. So what if we just looked at where this inflammation is coming from and why you really need it? Because I have lots of really, really amazing ways of reducing or eliminating pain completely, and then you're off of these things and you don't have to worry about it. Because when you damage your stomach enough from long-term use of ibuprofen, I will tell you, it is challenging to turn it around and get your stomach to then function more optimally. And down the road, as you damage your immune system because of your stomach, because of the ibuprofen, or other things in that family that you're taking, it's more challenging to turn that around. We don't want to get to that point. And if you're already at that point, well, we'll have to work on cleaning that up. But there's lots of ways we can do that. So please reach out. I will, if you have any questions, I'll leave my email and my website. Please feel free to ask me any questions, any support I can give in this area. And let's get rid of your pain in a different and much better way. Till next time, take good care.